Hello friends, based on the chemical classification, matter can be classified into pure and mixed substances, that is your impure substances. Pure substances, that is which contains only one kind of an atom or molecules and has a definite set of properties. Pure substances include elements and compounds, whereas impure substances constitutes the mixtures. So mixtures are of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. So a pure substance, if you define, is a homogeneous material which contains particles of only one kind and has a definite set of properties. For example, if you talk about iron, it will have only iron atoms. If you talk about sodium chloride, it will have sodium as well as chlorine atom in it. So it is homogeneous in nature, made up of one set of molecules or atoms. So based on the two types of molecules present in it, it is divided into pure substance and mixtures. Pure substances are further divided into elements and compounds. So, if you talk about pure substance, it has only one kind of molecule present in it. So, it is homogeneous in nature. So, element is a pure substance. Salt, oxygen, glucose, all are examples of pure substance. Characteristics of a pure substance: homogeneous in nature, definite set of properties. The composition cannot be changed by a physical method. All matter around us is made up of either pure substance or impure substance, which in turn is made up of still smaller particles, molecules, which again in turn are made up of still smaller particles called atoms. A pure substance is having same kind of atoms or molecules, is homogeneous throughout and has a definite set of properties. Substances are classified into pure substance, which in turn is classified into elements and compounds. Impure substances are classified into homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Elements are made up of only one kind of atom, and atoms differ in different elements. In the periodic table, 118 elements are known. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids, noble gases or inert gases. Out of these 118 elements known in the periodic table, 93 elements occur as metals. 118 discovered elements, 93 are metals. Metals are mostly lustrous solids, mercury an exception, which is liquid at room temperature. Metals are generally hard. Exception to it is sodium and potassium, which are soft and can be cut with the help of a knife. Metals are malleable and ductile. Malleable means they can be beaten into sheets. Ductile, they can be drawn into wires. However, zinc is an exception and is brittle in nature, neither malleable nor ductile. Metals are good conductors of heat, as well as they are good conductors of electricity. When electric current is blown to wires, the bulb glows. Metals show high melting and boiling point. Metals also are sonorous in nature. Sonorous means they produce sound. When they are hit or struck, they produce sound. So metals are sonorous in nature. Now, when we look at the periodic table, we see non-metals which occur as solid, liquid or gases at normal temperature. Sulfur and phosphorus are solid, whereas bromine is liquid at room temperature. However, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen are gases. Non-metals occur in different colors. Non-metals like sulfur, which is yellow in color, whereas you see phosphorus, which occurs in white, red and black color. Bromine and chlorine are the gaseous form, where chlorine is a greenish yellow gas and bromine is a reddish brown gas. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen are colorless gases. These are all non-metals. Non-metals have no luster. Graphite and iodine exception, which are the only non-metals which have luster and they have low melting and boiling point. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat as well as they are the bad conductors of electricity too. Non-metals, exception to it, graphite is a good conductor of electricity when used in a dry battery. Non-metals have low density and usually they are soft and they are non-sonorous. However, diamond is the hardest natural substance known, which is made up of carbon, which is again a non-metal. The third category of the elements is metalloids. Metalloids show the properties of both metals and non-metals. Boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, these are all examples for metalloids. One of the very common feature of metalloids, they are used as semiconductors. Coming to the next classification of elements is they are classified into the fourth category as the noble gases. So noble gases, as the word suggests, they are noble in nature. They are inert. They are also called as inert gases because they do not react chemically with other elements. They are chemically less reactive. They are gaseous in nature. They occur in free state in air or atmosphere in very small amounts and they exist as monoatomic molecules. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon are the noble gases, amongst which radon is a radioactive, which is radioactive nature, and helium is the second lightest element known. So we summarize elements as 118 elements as metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases, which are also known as rare gases since they are present in air in very little or in trace amounts. So here we have learnt about pure substance, a sample of matter that has definite chemical and physical properties, elements and compounds, the simplest form of pure substance, an element which in turn is made up of atoms, that is the tiny particles. An element is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Elements are pure substance that cannot be separated into simpler substance by physical or chemical means. Further divided into metals having the properties of solid, hard and strong, high density and are sonorous in nature. Metals, non-metals. They are dull, poor conductors of heat and electricity, weak and brittle, low density and not sonorous. So the third category is the metalloids. They have the properties of both metals and non-metals. Some of the metalloids are semiconductors. That means they can carry electrical charge under special condition. This property makes it useful in computers and calculators. Next is the noble gases, which are also called as inert gases, rare gases, stable gases and unreactive gases, and they are colorless and odorless. So let's summarize the keywords that you have learned for the metals. That is, they are having luster, that is shine, malleable, beaten into sheets, ductile, drawn into wires. Sonorous is the sound producing. These are the keywords that you've learned for the metals. Now when we talk about the physical properties, we say physical appearance, melting point, physical state, density, strength and shaping. So this is the matter map which explains you pure substances and mixtures. Hope you have understood pure substances and mixtures.